Okay guys, how you doing? Well, welcome back to the shop. We are here and I have boxes. So, as I mentioned earlier in the previous video, I got that dust collection system. Well, we hooked it up over here. And it seems to be working okay. We jerry-rigged a piece of shop vac pipe to it with some duct tape. And it was helping, but the problem is it's such a small line to vacuum on this, and then if many of you don't know, table saws have an open bottom. So if you don't have anything underneath them, sawdust still falls at the bottom through the table saw. So I was hoping to make a new table saw base, and then part of that would be a collection where I could run a 4-inch line up underneath the table saw, as well as a 4-inch line coming down here to connect to the table saw here. So I'd have two ways to collect dust. The reason why I had it on this wall is because I have my lathe over here, but I also have something that's going to be going over here in another video. This empty spot right here is going to be another tool. And so I wanted to have two types of collection here. Then the other issue is I still have my grinder. Yeah, by the way, I got a videographer now, huh? Moving up in the world. The other thing is I have my grinder here. So with the grinder, and then hopefully if I can get my bandsaw's going to go with that end, then this little bandsaw is going to go up for sale, and I'm going to put my little tiny skill bandsaw here that I use for kydex and leather. I'll put that here. So then I'll have like a U shape for all my vacuuming. So I thought what I could do is I could run off the dust collection system. I could run a horseshoe shape, and it would run from one side and go to the other. So with that being said, we ended up having to go out and buy supplies. So the one thing I did, first and foremost, is I went out and got a big 10-foot long of PVC pipe. But not the heavy, thick, high-pressure pipe. It's a thin, like wastewater, not wastewater even, it was like for rainwater collection systems and things like that. And then the other thing is I had to get a bunch of connections, a bunch of fittings. So these are all 4-inch. So they connect to this, and then they connect to the pipe, and then you run your 4-inch lines across there. So then as I run my 4-inch lines across like this, they would have T's. Kind of like this or like this, a sweeping T or a regular T. You'd have a T like this. Two things have to happen. You have to have something to come off the T to go to your component. That would be the 4-inch flexible line that they sell for dust collection systems. It's a little bit higher grade or a little bit of an upgrade compared to this. The second thing is because when you turn the vacuum on, and say if I want something at the lathe, I don't need to have air being drawn from the bandsaws and from my grinder and from the table saw. I only need it from here. So what I did is I was looking at those dampers, and it basically shuts off the airflow. So what ends up happening is if I'm using this, I can shut the airflow off to the other components, and then when I turn the dust collection on, it'll only take air from here. Same holds true if I don't need this and I'm using the tool that's going to be over here or my table saw. I'll have these dampers closed and only the air from the table saw will be getting absorbed up. So I ended up getting all sorts of stuff. We got a whole bunch of big T's, little T's. We got a large elbow, got a shorter elbow. So we have all sorts of stuff. Got caps for the end of the pipes because, of course, you can't leave the end of the pipe open, right? You wouldn't get anything sucked up. So we got all that. But to get to the boxes, let's get to these boxes because these are what I was waiting for. Now, what's in the big box is going to wait. Okay, let's see. First thing is, here's those components I was telling you guys about. So this is what the 4-inch line would connect to, and this is what attaches outside of the tool or the component. Because I thought something like this would work really good. Instead of having this with my little shop vac, I would have this in here where I could either attach it this way or I can attach it this way. If you guys follow my channel, you know I use this for my tapering tangs. And the whole machine flips over to this direction, so the belt ends up being over here. I'm hoping to be able to take this and disconnect it and then rotate it, so this way as I'm grinding and the dust is going this way and all the material, it'll hit this and get vacuumed up. And that's what these two components are for right now. So this is what I'm hoping is going to work. The other components were these. Now these are locking rings, and what they do, they got different kinds, but these twist. So what you do is 4 inches, you put this around the flexible pipe. Here, I'll take one of them out. You take this and you put it on you put this over the flexible pipe, you put the pipe on that, and then you twist this and it locks in place. Just like that. So it holds the flexible piping on there, so this way it lets a vacuum happen, it lets the suction take place. That's awesome. I was looking forward to that. Now, the next box, so these are those blast gates, they're calling them. So what happens is the pipe, the 4-inch pipe that I have, will go to each one of these. You pull this open, it allows the air to go through. If you don't want the air to go through, you close it just like that, and then you're good to go. This goes to the 4-inch line, flexible line that will hopefully be in one of these boxes, and then this part here connects to something like your table saw. This will go to the outlet of the table saw. I don't have anything else that will fit to this other than the table saw, because my chop saw, my compound sliding miter saw, has a smaller hole to it. But that's what you do. It's a little reducer. And this is a 4-inch to 2.5 inch. So there's that one. Now, let's see what's in this one. What do we got? Oh, okay, here's the other one. Here's another one. Matter of fact, I thought this was it was the third one. Okay. That's awesome. And oh yeah, and all these are, most of this is all from the same company. That was the, most of it's from this Power Tech. I'll put a link down below or here someplace, but Power Tech is most of the stuff I got. If there's a different company, I'll link it down below in the description, what the names are, where you can get them. Everything I got was off of Amazon, so there'll be Amazon links down below. And now this, hopefully, here we go. Oh, uh-oh, I got the wrong stuff. This is only 2-inch. This is supposed to be 4-inch. They gave me 2-inch, and I was supposed to have 4-inch. See, this says 2.5 by 10. Yeah, look at that. It's 2.5 by 10. I wanted 4 by 10. That's a bummer. I'm going to have to go back on Amazon now. So that's a bummer right there. I'm going to have to return these and do that because I don't need any of this kind of pipe, that's for sure. I've got all my vacuum pipes right there. Oh man, I thought we were going to be able to do a build now. Oh, what a bummer. Alright, well, I'll put links and descriptions down below for everything. But yeah, I'm going to have to go back and I'm going to have to get the 4-inch and make sure I click the right button on Amazon or something like that. So I guess I made the mistake or they sent me the wrong stuff. But I remember seeing 4-inch and it was made in America, and that's why I was so happy about it. So yeah, I'm going to have to do that. Alright, well, I'm going to have to hit the computer, get that stuff together, and then I'll get back to you guys later on. Alright? I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, you guessed it. Got to return it. I did. I ordered the wrong ones. So, but I did. I went ahead and placed the order. So hopefully I'll get the new stuff soon. And then we can continue on with this. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'll get that stuff ordered like I said. Get it all properly sorted out. I made the mistake, so get that going. But anyhow, thanks everybody for the support, the liking, the sharing, the subscriptions, all that's really cool. Also, thanks for, I noticed my uptick in monetization for my advertising. That means that people are letting the commercials run for, 20, 30 seconds. That helps. You guys would be amazed that, all the videos that go out there, if everybody just clicks on the video and lets that commercial run for 30 seconds, if you let it run for a minute or whatever, but some of these commercials can get 2-3 minutes. I don't like that. So just, if you run it for 30 seconds, it helps tremendously. So anyhow, guys, thanks again. I do appreciate it. And like always, we'll catch you in the next video. Bye.